Have you ever considered that stress, the feeling we often try so hard to avoid, might actually be the missing piece to achieving true emotional balance? It might sound contradictory, but what if I told you that the thing you see as the villain in your life could become a powerful ally? Imagine this. Instead of running from or resisting stress, you learn to use it to your advantage, turning tough moments into opportunities for growth. In this video, I'll share 5 Stoic lessons that could completely transform the way you view stress. These lessons aren't just ancient concepts. They're practices that anyone can apply in their daily life to live with more peace and resilience. I'll show you how these timeless ideas can become practical tools for dealing with modern pressures and frustrations without resorting to complicated solutions or drastic changes. You've probably felt the weight of stress at various points in your life. It could have been at work, in relationships, or even from the demands you place on yourself. Now imagine if each of these moments stopped being a source of tension and became a chance for you to grow, to become emotionally stronger and more centered. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Today we'll explore 5 ways to turn stress into something positive. Throughout this video, you'll understand how small shifts in perspective can have a massive impact on how you handle what feels beyond your control. By the end, what once seemed like a burden or an unnecessary load will start to make sense as a force working in your favor. So, are you ready to discover how Stoicism can help you redefine stress and transform those challenging moments into a powerful source of balance and self-awareness? Let's begin this journey together. Lesson 1. Accept what you cannot control. Have you ever found yourself frustrated by something you knew deep down you couldn't control? Maybe it was an unexpected email late in the day, or a message that derailed all your plans. It's common to feel like these surprises ruin our mood, as if the universe were conspiring against us. But Stoicism teaches us something fundamental. There's immense power in accepting what's beyond our control. According to the Stoics, the secret to a more balanced and less stressful life lies in knowing how to differentiate what we can control from what we cannot. This centuries-old philosophy reminds us that it's pointless to waste our energy on external situations that are beyond our command. Instead, the Stoics suggest we focus our attention and peace on what we can truly manage: our reactions, thoughts, and choices. Picture the scenario of the late email. You feel overwhelmed, annoyed, maybe even guilty for not being able to address the request immediately. Now consider how a Stoic would approach this. Rather than spending energy trying to change the fact that the email arrived or that the deadline is tight, they'd focus on what they can control, their response to the event. Perhaps they'd choose to view the email neutrally, recognize it as just another task among many, and understand they have the option to respond calmly or prioritize what truly matters. By adopting this mindset, you'll start to notice that much of the stress we accumulate comes from trying to control what's beyond our reach. Life's uncertainties are inevitable, just like failures and unexpected events. But by accepting them as part of the natural flow of things, you reduce the constant feeling of battling the world and free up space to focus on aspects you can truly manage. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or becoming complacent. On the contrary, it represents the wisdom of knowing where to direct your energy. Instead of wasting time and mental health trying to change what cannot be altered, you'll feel lighter and more at peace. And that's liberating. If you're looking for ways to apply this philosophy in your daily life, to learn to focus on what truly matters and accept the unchangeable without losing your tranquility, I have something that can help. In my ebook, Modern Stoicism in Practice, you'll find exercises and reflections that make this acceptance easier and more applicable to real-life situations. After all, accepting what we can't control is a skill that, over time, transforms how we face life, helping us handle the unexpected with much greater resilience. Remember, you always have the choice of where to place your focus. By making this choice consciously, what once felt like a burden becomes just another situation. A situation that, one way or another, you can handle with serenity. Lesson 2. find value in challenges. Have you ever wondered how a Stoic would react if faced with an anxiety crisis amidst workplace pressure? Instead of being consumed by a wave of emotions, Stoicism teaches us to view these challenging moments as opportunities for growth and strength. For the Stoics, life was always full of obstacles, and the great wisdom lay in using each one as a chance to evolve. Challenges are inevitable, whether it's the pressure to deliver results, the fear of failing in an important task, or the need to stay calm in the face of impossible expectations. For most people, these moments are significant sources of stress. But according to Stoic philosophy, every difficulty comes with a chance to learn. Instead of seeing obstacles as enemies, the Stoic views them as teachers. Imagine a common situation, a critical project at work with a tight deadline and high expectations involved. It's easy to feel as if everything might fall apart if something goes wrong. But what if, instead of seeing this as a threat, you started to view the challenge as a test of your resilience and ability to stay calm? For a Stoic, this type of situation is an opportunity to practice patience, discipline, and self-control, qualities that strengthen your mind and shape your character. This approach doesn't mean ignoring stress or the difficulties that arise. On the contrary, the Stoics believe that moments of pressure are ideal opportunities to practice what they call mental training. Each challenge is like an emotional workout that gradually builds your resilience. It's like training the body. The more you practice, the stronger and more prepared you become for future challenges. This concept might seem abstract in theory, but it's incredibly practical. The next time you feel overwhelmed at work, try approaching the situation as a sort of emotional gym. Each obstacle you encounter is a weight you lift, and every time you face it calmly, you develop more endurance. Over time, you'll begin to notice that what once seemed like an impossible crisis becomes proof that you're stronger than you thought. If you want to learn more about applying this Stoic perspective to daily challenges and discover practical techniques for dealing with modern pressures, my ebook Modern Stoicism in Practice offers a detailed path to integrating this philosophy into your routine. It includes reflections and exercises to help you see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, allowing you to turn stress into a powerful tool for self-improvement. Remember, challenges will always be there, and you have the choice of how to face them. By adopting the Stoic perspective, you not only learn to handle daily pressures with greater tranquility, but also begin to see these moments as important steps in your personal development. Lesson 3. Redefine your emotions. Imagine being stuck in traffic, cars aren't moving, time feels frozen, and frustration begins to build. The natural reaction might be impatience, anxiety, or even anger. But what if you use this moment to calm down and reflect? For the Stoics, situations like these are perfect opportunities to learn how to redefine our emotions. Instead of letting stress control us, they suggest we can reinterpret these emotions and, in doing so, regain power over them. In Stoicism, emotions don't need to dominate our minds. They're like the sea during a storm. Waves churn on the surface, but deep down, the depths remain calm and undisturbed. Similarly, we can learn to maintain our inner serenity even when life's surface feels chaotic. Accepting that emotions will arise, but knowing we can choose how to react to them, is a powerful lesson Stoicism teaches us. Let's revisit the traffic jam scenario. Instead of seeing the lost time as a problem, a Stoic would see it as an opportunity to exercise patience and self-control. They might use the moment to slow their mind, take a brief mental break, or reflect on their day. This reframing transforms what could have been a moment of frustration into one of calm and introspection, a chance for inner growth. For the Stoics, stress and anxiety are natural emotions, but ones that need to be viewed from a new perspective. They believe the key to inner peace isn't resisting these emotions, but welcoming and redefining them. It's like learning to see a storm as a passing event, something that resolves itself naturally, and doesn't need to shake us to our core. This mindset turns fear and restlessness into calmness and clarity. Redefining emotions doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing them. On the contrary, the Stoics encourage us to observe and question them. Why am I feeling this? Does this emotion really need to control me? Questions like these help us understand that we always have the choice of how to react. With practice, this ability becomes a powerful tool to maintain emotional control in various daily situations. If you want to develop this capacity to redefine emotions and learn practical techniques for emotional control, my ebook Modern Stoicism in Practice offers a detailed guide to applying these teachings in an accessible way. It includes specific exercises for dealing with stress and anxiety, allowing you to experience this power of reframing in your own life. Redefining emotions is one of Stoicism's core principles. By changing our perception of stress, anger, and anxiety, we learn to engage with these emotions in a way that doesn't weaken but strengthens us. Like the sea, which stays calm in its depths, you too can find this inner serenity and carry it with you, no matter the storms around you. Lesson 4. Practice mental discipline. Mental discipline, this concept, central to Stoicism, teaches us that just as the body needs exercise to grow stronger, the mind also needs constant training to respond well under pressure. For the Stoics, a disciplined mind is the key to staying calm amidst chaos, transforming external challenges into opportunities to practice serenity. Now imagine a common situation. You receive unexpected criticism at work, something that could easily trigger an impulsive and defensive reaction. How do you respond in a balanced way? The Stoic technique of pause and think might be the answer. It's simple and can be practiced anywhere. Every time you feel a negative emotion, like anxiety or anger, instead of reacting immediately, take a pause. Take a deep breath and count to 5. Use this brief moment to observe what you're feeling and question why you're reacting that way. By introducing this small pause, you interrupt the immediate impulse and create space to choose a more balanced response. This practice might seem simple, but by repeating it, you're training your mind to respond more calmly and rationally, even in stressful situations. It's an exercise that, over time, strengthens your self-control and resilience. Why not give it a try this week? Whenever you feel anxious or someone pressures you with criticism, take a 5-second pause before responding. Notice how this impacts your reaction and, consequently, how you feel. This technique isn't just a way to avoid impulsive reactions. It's a constant exercise to keep your mind disciplined and focused on what truly matters. The Stoics believe that a disciplined mind is one that isn't swayed by the first impulse but can calmly evaluate the situation before making any decision. This practice allows you to maintain control over your actions, even during moments of pressure. Every pause you take reinforces the power you have over yourself, strengthening your resilience and your ability to remain calm under stress. If you're looking for ways to deepen this practice and learn other advanced techniques for mental discipline, the ebook Modern Stoicism in Practice can help guide you through the process. It offers exercises and specific methods to train your mind, enhance your self-control, and develop emotional discipline that can transform how you interact with the world around you. Practicing mental discipline is like sculpting a stone. Each exercise, each pause you take, shapes a stronger and more balanced version of yourself. Over time, you'll find that what once destabilized you starts to have less impact, as if external pressures become more distant. This is how, step by step, you develop the true inner strength of the Stoics. Lesson 5. Value simplicity and the present. We live in a world where it feels like we need to do 1,000 things at once. There's constant pressure to be more productive, more efficient, always busy, as if the value of our lives depends on how many tasks we can complete in a single day. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. Instead of chasing excess, it invites us to value simplicity and focus on the present. For the Stoics, life isn't about piling up commitments, but about being fully aware in the now. This philosophy suggests that true peace and happiness don't lie in future achievements or things beyond our reach, but in savoring the present moment and the small things that make up our daily lives. From this perspective, simplifying life means reducing the noise that distracts us, eliminating what prevents us from truly enjoying what's happening now. Think about how often you try to multitask, answering messages, finishing a task, while remembering other pending obligations. This overload not only causes stress but disconnects us from the present moment. Now imagine starting to simplify, focusing on one thing at a time, giving full attention to each task. By doing so, you not only improve your efficiency, but also experience a sense of calm and control, as if you're finally in harmony with the natural flow of things. The Stoics believe that this appreciation for the present frees us from anxiety, because most of our stress comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. When you choose to live in the present, you let go of those burdens and begin to experience each moment with more intensity and satisfaction. It's a way of redefining life itself, where the simple act of focusing on a single activity can become a source of tranquility. To start practicing this mindset, try a small exercise. Throughout the day, choose a few tasks to perform with full attention. It could be something simple like drinking a cup of coffee or walking, but while doing it, commit to being entirely present. Notice the moment, feel every detail. By doing this, you'll see stress diminish and peace begin to replace the rush and anxiety. If you'd like to learn more about turning this mindset into a daily practice and how to consciously simplify your life, my ebook Modern Stoicism in Practice is a comprehensive guide that explores this and other teachings. It includes methods to bring simplicity and focus on the present into all aspects of your daily routine. Valuing simplicity and the present is more than a philosophy. It's a lifestyle choice that frees you from the chains of rush and overload. It's the decision to connect with what truly matters and to appreciate what you have now. With this mindset, Stoicism shows us that by simplifying and living in the moment, we find lasting peace, a space where we can finally feel complete and at ease. Today, we've explored 5 Stoic lessons that can transform the way you handle stress and live your daily life. First, we saw the importance of accepting what we cannot control, freeing our minds from things outside our power. Then we discussed finding value in challenges, using every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. After that, we covered the practice of redefining our emotions, learning to view stress and anxiety in a lighter way. In the 4th lesson, we talked about the importance of disciplining the mind, training our self-control to respond calmly. Finally, we explored how valuing simplicity in the present can bring peace by focusing on the now. Now, I'd like to propose a Stoic weekly challenge. Choose one of these lessons and put it into practice in the coming days. If your goal is to stay focused, perhaps you can try mental discipline by pausing before reacting in stressful situations. Or if your challenge is to simplify your life, try focusing fully on each activity you do. If you want to deepen this transformation and discover practical tools for living with more balance, the ebook Modern Stoicism in Practice is your next step. It includes detailed reflections and exercises to help you strengthen this Stoic mindset so you can achieve lasting peace and unshakable confidence. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video to keep receiving content that elevates your life. And if you want more insights on how Stoicism can help you deal with difficult situations, I recommend watching the video How to Deal with Toxic People Using Stoic Principles. It will teach you how to stay firm and calm even in challenging scenarios. Don't forget, the peace you seek doesn't depend on the circumstances around you, but on the strength you cultivate within yourself. True power lies not in controlling everything around you, but in mastering yourself. When you learn to accept what you cannot change and focus on what truly matters, the world stops being a place of chaos and becomes a space for growth. Cultivate this inner calm, and nothing outside will have the power to shake your peace.